Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Because he first loved me. Thank you, Jesus. My Lord, my King. Come, come, come. I'm ready. I'm so happy right now. Because things are really taking hold. I had a couple excitements today. See, I thought I might make some money. I took my H&R Block of all the painting I did for like Bill Gates and these people. Went to H&R Block. I called them up on the phone and said, hey, can I get my taxes done? So I could just drop it off and they could do it real quick, you know? Get me my fun money. And they were like, yeah, no problem. Just come on in and drop it off, no problem. So I went on my way. Threw my tank top off and my shorts and walked on my way. Got to the door. As soon as I got there, a lady was walking out and looked at me and screamed, hey, where's your mask? I said, I don't have one. Get a mask, gotta go in there. Okay. So I went and grabbed a mask. It was all covered with moldy shit that I had in the car, and I was like, I guess I could put it on for a couple seconds. So I walked in, mold all over the front of it. I mean, literal, like, I don't even know where it is. Oh, here it is. See, there's even proof. It has like moldy crap all over it. So it stinks like, you know, old chips and stuff. And so I just barely put it on my thing under my nose. She says, cover your nose. And I'm like, she's like, didn't I hear you get yelled at already? And I'm like, really? You guys are full on ganging up about this. And I'm like, well, I serve a king, so I'm not really into this mask. She's like, what? Wait, it's not about me, it's about you. And I'm like, whatever. I'm like, here's my taxes. I was dropping them off, see if you could do it so I could get some money, but whatever you want to do. She's totally brushing me off, being a total, I'm sorry, but a female dog bitch. Just a little like poodle that just wants to bark too much, so it's just like, I had a little cockapoo. So she's doing her little cockapoo. And I'm like, really? So you don't want my business then? And she's like, well, you don't even have a mask, and then you put it on, but it should be in the leader. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, I told you I serve a king, so whatever you want to do, you know, I need the money, so if you want to do it, if you're not, it doesn't look okay with you, so you can give me back and go somewhere else, whatever you want to do. She's like, well, just take it then. And I said, okay, because I serve a king, and you know, the King of Kings is coming, and every nigga will bow. Get out of our store right now! All right, then, I'll see you later. Good luck to you over there in Princeland, you little Winnie Pooh. Because Winnie the Pooh is what that woman is in lovely Encinitas, California. Woohoo! And she gets lots of rich clients, I do know. And well, let's just say that the king's not really approving her business, you see, because how I look at it is if my king came right now and I was all bundled up like she was, and I said, hey, king, here I am. And he'd say, I don't know you. Look at me. I'm naked, let alone this shit. And you're going to tell me that you're trying to get cash from these people by bundling up like them? And you want me to make you into my kingdom? Because you don't have quite enough cash, so you got to do what you got to do. I don't know you. Depart from me, you who work iniquities with the little princes over here who want to be kings. So they'll tell you to double up today. Oh, no! Rally. So let's just say H&R Block never was my favorite place to do taxes because, you know, originally, my buddy Steve that worked at the inn, well, he did them there, and he actually made out. Got some cash right away and was set. And he was like, dude, I made like way more than I got. I thought I was going to get like a few hundred, and I got scored out. I could make like over $1,000. And I'm like, wow, dude, that's sweet. But then, about 8 months later, he said, you know what? That H&R Block. I said, what do you mean? He goes, dude, I got a letter from the IRS. Turns out they screwed up and they overpaid me. And now the IRS wants penalties because they screwed up. And now I owe penalties along with what I already owed that they didn't pay and told me that I was doing such a great job when it was all bullshit. So they could be, Ooh, so sweet. And I told him, well, I probably won't be using them. And actually, I never did. Until today, that is. When I thought, well, they're right down the street. Maybe I'll give them a shot after all. Besides, the money's all water anyway. So if they're scamming the IRS has already been burnt scamming anyway. So I gave them a shot. Well, they didn't want it, I guess. And now, wow, they're going to have quite the shot. Because they're done when the king comes. Because I know he wouldn't be taking me if I was right there like that, all messed up and pile of shit. So it's been nice knowing you, H&R Block. I always thought you were a scam. But now you proved it by the princely reign of your land, which you are renting? Oh, yes. And you don't even know how much money the owner has in his pocket to keep that store go. So let's just see how H&R Block's gonna do for the next few weeks. Because isn't tax time coming around April 15th? Well, TurboTax always was my favorite one, and I'm sure if they did like a more accurate down payment on what you're supposed to get anyway, then their business might just boom. And you know, if anybody's gonna be part of a 1,000-year golden tax system, if there were one, which I doubt, but if there was one that was going to be around for 1,000 years with nakedness and truth and Adam and Eveville, then I would see TurboTax being right there, kind of like GoldTube, what used to be YouTube back there. And, you know, these are kind of plans that the king he makes when his kingdom is growing because of those who aren't faint. Like Mad Bitter Truth, my buddy over there, who's exposing the fakers like, I can't even imagine. And he's going through them all and showing you the cross legs in a new way to make you go, what the heck is going on there? So if you stay tuned and if you're on track, the king's easy to see right there coming to smack. And when he comes to smack, it's not going to be pretty for some, you see, because like, who was on this little chat just now? Thought I'd check how was the weather, because somebody keeps preaching all these fear-mongering government things and never talking about a king. Well, in less than 10 minutes, I exposed his fakery about a king that has no clothes on, and he doesn't want to talk about Adam and Eve. And if Adam and Eve exposes all the Adam and Steves, what would be the problem with the Great Reset? Eden 2.0, we're all naked with only truth and gold. The easiest society anyone could create, and actually what Adam and Eve were before the serpent even spoke. And the funniest thing about that serpent, you see,